בוקר טוב חברים. Today we're going to learn זכירה part B. אתמול דיברנו שאדם צריך לזכור how many goods הקדוש ברוך הוא gave him. דיברנו אדם בריא ברוך השם, הקדוש ברוך הוא נתן לך שכל, give you brain. דיברנו הקדוש ברוך הוא gave us a special book, תורה. דיברנו הקדוש ברוך הוא gave you people that you could hug and love, how much a person has to appreciate it. ועוד. היום we're going to learn about זכירה, שזה שייך ללימוד תורה, on page קע"ח. דיבור המתחיל, ויש עוד זכירה אחת, there's another זכירה, something that you have to remember. רבה, something big that you have to remember. והיא זכירת תלמודו, to remember your learning. והן אמת כוזו מתת אלוהים היא ולא כל אדם זוכה לה. You should know to remember everything that you learn, it's a gift. Not everybody is fortunate to have this gift. שאנשים לומדים, ברוך השם, פאק, they remember everything they learn. אומר הרב, but this is a gift that not everybody is lucky to have it. אבל זו מידת כל האדם, בכל מידית למידות טובות, שכל אשר בכוחו לעשות יעשה. Whatever is in your hand, whatever you're capable to do, you got to do. And one of the main things is that a person has to know, you got to review and review and review. חזרה וחזרה וחזרה. הרב פה מדבר, we saw מצינו גדולי העולם, we saw great תנאים והאמוראים, בעלי הש"ס, דהבו מהדרי תלמודיו קל תולותין יומין, כדי שלא להיכלם לעולם הבא. Used to be חכמים that used to review the whole, what they learned every 30 days. כל התלמוד שלהם. You know, if you open שולחן ערוך, he writes in the הקדמה, you see this whole section, כל שולחן ערוך, כל זה שמה. He writes בהקדמה, and I wrote this שולחן ערוך, so every 30 days you could review the halachot again and again and again. כן, ככה הוא כותב, כל 30 יום. למה אתה חושב שיש brain בכלל היום? מה אנחנו לומדים בקושי?
No, I'm saying
he brings the הקדמה, he brings that I wrote this book so you could review it every 30 days. אני לא אומר לך מה הוא כותב, מה זה serious? שאנשים להצנם נראה לי היום. אומר הרב,
So what happened to us?
What happened to us?
Distraction.
רק תיקח את הטלפון שלך, תתראה כמה הרבה זמן יש לך. But anyway, let's continue. So, אומר הרב, I wrote the whole שולחן ערוך for people to do review every 30 days. זה מה שכתוב. שולחן ערוך, זה every 30 days. אתם מבינים מה הוא כותב? We're not even capable even to understand. And if you do, how can you grab a whole שולחן ערוך 30 days?
Oh, the whole thing? 30
Yeah.
days?
Yeah.
He wrote it
Oh, I
so
thought
you,
you had one book in 30
no,
days.
הוא רשם בגמרא, I wrote it so you can review it every 30 days.
In a way.
In a way that you can review it.
This will answer this question. מה קרה לנו?
Yeah.
It was הסתרת השם.
אומר הרב, וענן מה נענה בתרייהום. What can we say? ואם הם אמרו ענן, כאצבעתה לבירה לשכם, מה הכוונה? Do you know how fast we forget? Put your hand in a bucket ותוציא אותו. ככה, that's how fast we forget. You done you hear? That's how fast we forget. אומר הרב, אנו מה נאמר כדלנו מאוד, מאוד, איפה אנחנו? We are so low. ולפחות במינימום חובה מוטלת עלינו להכיר מעומקנו, recognize your level, ולהיות חוזר על הדינים הנצרכים, and you have to review the halachot that you have to learn. So whatever you learn, תעשה חזרות וחזרות וחזרות. And then he goes here about the rabbis, or the yanim, poskim, that you cannot rely on your memory. You have to know the halachot and be posek from books. אדם צריך למה? תראו מה הוא כותב. ויושבים כיסאות המשפט ומורה ההוראות בישראל, דיינים ופוסקים, אל יפסקו שום דין לא מאיסור בהיתר ולא מדיני ממונות, אלא מתוך הספר אחר חיפוש מחיפוש. אוקיי? אף איפשיתא למילתא תפה, ובעיתא בקותחא, וכן אל יעיד על שום דין לומר שראה או ידע או שמע, ואל יסמוך על זכירתו אף שדומה לו שברור לו הדבר כאחותו שאסורה לו, כי בדור יתום זה הזיכרון כוזב הרבה. In our generation, our זיכרון, our memory is lying to us. 200 שנה.
200 שנה.
Yes. Yeah. 200 years ago, אומר לנו, our memory is lying to us. זה לא היה כלום.
200 years ago.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
ולכן חובה מוטלת עלינו שלא ימוש ספר התורה מפינו להלכה ולמעשה. We have to remember that Torah cannot stop and you have to review. ויחרדו התלמידי חכמים להורות ההלכה בעל פה. ואוי לה לאותה בושה אם אלא לבושה להודות שאינו בקיא בהלכה, ויורד דין במהרה על פי הזכירה, מידה זו עושה קלה ורבים חללים מפילה. והלוואי שלאחר העיון רב בספרים, דבר בעיתו יורה כהלכתו וידין דין לאמיתו. At the end of the day, he says, don't rely on your memory, open a book, and if you have any questions, look at the book inside, make sure you know what's the halakha. אז בקיצור אומר לנו הרב, אדם לא יכול להישען על הזיכרון. You cannot rely on your memory. Open a book and find out the halakha, that what you're doing is the right thing to do. על כל פנים, צריך חזרות. הגמרא אומרת בסנהדרין, the one who learns and he does not review, דומה to someone who planted seeds and never harvest. We don't עכשיו מסכת שבת, לעשות חזרות. It's very important to do חזרות. לא משתיות, לעשות חזרות על המשתיות. You know, in the yeshivot, we used to do hazara every Friday. כל מה שלמדת, the whole week. And once a month, whatever you did the whole month.
Wow.
And in the summer, or what you did the whole year.
Summer?
Yeah. or פסח, בין הזמנים. בכל המועד פסח הזמן, היינו עושים חזרות. על כל מה שלמדנו, everything we learned throughout the whole year till פסח. זה לא חול המועד, יש לך ברוך השם יום טוב. יש יום טוב.
How long is it? A week?
I don't know how about your Yom Tov. Your Yom Tov was beautiful. We sit down there.
That's my question.
I don't know what's the question.
You have a week, right? Pesach?
Yeah, Baruch Hashem. Hazara, you do it quick and
But how much you learned in a year? It's
whatever
enough.
you learned. Yeah.
It's enough to do Chazan in
Yeah,
7 days.
yeah.
What you know a year.
גם 7, more than 7 days. היה חול המועד בין הזמנים. אתה יודע, מי שמתמיד יש לו זמן, הבטלן אין לו זמן.
No,
Practically, that's how we do
The
it.
whole month from Nisan, you go over it, or just all more than
It depends. If you're in 7th grade or you're in high school, 7th grade, whatever you learn in 7th grade, once you're high school, so it's Chodesh Nisan already you're off.
No, off, yeah, but that's the time you go over when you're off.
Yeah.
How's it off?
So אני עונה לך, כשיש... So elementary school is over 2 days before Pesach. right? Yes, good morning. I'm great. On elementary, you have off by, a couple of days before Pesach. So whatever the PIM you did that year, that's good. High school, but Midrash, אתה יש לך עוף, ראש חודש ניסן, so יש לך את כל ולמדנו.
It's a break not to learn, no?
הלאה. ממשיך הרב ואומר,
Why is it called a break?
ויש זכירה אחרת שגם היא מוכרחת. And this is a very, very important זכירה that you have to remember. לזכור הטובה שקיבל מחברו. Remember what your friend did to you. That's called הכרת הטוב. Hashem gave you זיכרון and שכחה. Hashem gave you things to remember and Hashem gave you things to forget. He wants you to forget what your friend did bad to you. תשכח, forgive, תשכח. And he wants you to remember the friends who did something good to you. ומה אנחנו עושים? מי שעשה לי טובה, you keep forgetting him. And the ones who did something bad to you, you always remember even if it's 10 years already. מה קרה? כן. תודה רבה על העזרה, רק שלא אין מסכן בשעת הסעודה. נמשיך הלאה. המעט הוא אם רב, יהיה לזיכרון בין עיניו כל ימי חייו, לשלם גמולו, ולהחזיק לו טובה, ושלא להיות כפוי טובה. He says, הכרת הטוב, I once read, what is הכרת הטוב? If somebody did something once to me, and I paid him back, I have to give him again? אומר הרב, תראו מה כותב, look over here. The ones who did something good to you, יהיה לזיכרון בין עיניו כל ימי חייו. 100%. Somebody did something good to you. He helped you in your kids. He helped you in your marriage. He helped you in getting business. He helped you whatever he did to you. He did something to you. אומר הרב, תזכור את זה כל החיים. And not only to remember, לשלם גמולו, ולהחזיק לו טובה. And remember and make sure to pay him back. And if he did something to you, make sure to pay him back. And also remember when his kid's going to need something to pay him back because of what your father did to me 30, 40 years ago.
What if he did it indirectly? The guy did it without even realizing that he's helping him.
זה עוד יותר טוב.
Is that a nice person to you?
Is that a nice person to you? If he helped you, then he's nice.
No. You help because you see stuff that he's benefiting, like on the sides, like the avak shaf l'tzad. You know what I mean?
No, man, לא הבנתי.
Someone's doing something.
Let's focus about those that you and I we know. Okay? כל היוצא מן הכלל, we'll deal with this. But first, let's focus about those people that I do owe them. אומר הרב, תזכור את האנשים שעשו לך טובה. Remember the people who did good to you. I don't know what is good. I don't know what is good. Somebody did something good to you.
Intentionally wanted to help you, and then there's
I will tell you, this is a very simple line. מישהו עשה לך טובה, תזכור לו, and pay him back, that's it. למה צריך פה להסתבך? It's so simple. It starts with your parents, and your teachers, and your siblings, and your friends, and go on, and the list doesn't stop. בסדר, אתה ברוך השם להנהרה על הכיפק. על כל פנים, רגע, אומר לך הרב, שלא מספיק. השם gives you a זיכרון, is to remember the good thing that people did to you, ותזכור, ותעשה, and pay him back. ומי שאין לו את המידה הזאת, I want to teach you something very, very special. The person that doesn't know how to pay back, בדרך כלל, if you do not pay back, you're not going to have friends, and you're not going to have great life. Not because there's an honest. I learned it, from who? From Ahashverosh. I learned from Ahashverosh this tip. You wouldn't believe מה כתוב בגמרא. Nis, do you mind to bring some couple of hamashim, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Nes. תזכו למצוות. Rabotai, on page 657. This is Pasuk b'Megillat Esther, and Baruch Hashem this month, this Friday, Be'ezrat Hashem, Rosh Chodesh Adar. So we have to get ready, learn more. אז בואו נסתכל מה כתוב ככה. כתוב פרק ו' פסוק א'. Steve, do you have it? On the left column.
Yeah.
Okay, so look over here. So it says, בלילה ההוא נדדה שנת המלך. The day Esther, she made a party and she invited Ahashverosh to come and Haman. That day, during the Su'udah, the meal, Ahashverosh asked the Queen Esther, his wife, Malach, ma bakashatech, what do you want? She says, today is not it's not the time. It's not the moment. So she told Ahashverosh, how about if you don't mind, tomorrow we're going to do another party and we'll talk to you then. So, okay, great. That night, זה היה ליל פסח. בלילה ההוא נדדה, זה היה ליל פסח. And nobody was sleeping. אף אחד לא ישן. Everybody was very, very busy. Haman was busy doing the gallows to hang Mordechai. So he's outside working very hard to finish Lachin, to prepare the gallows for Mordechai. So Muhammad is not sleeping. Esther is in the kitchen, she's cooking for the next meal. So she is not sleeping. Mordechai, he's fasting with his 22,000 students, and they are not sleeping also. אחשוורוש רוצה לישון, וגם הוא לא יושן. בלילה ההוא נדדה שנת המלך. And also הקדוש ברוך הוא גם לא ישן. הנה לא ינום ולא ישן, שומר ישראל. Hashem is not sleeping, Ahashverosh is not sleeping, Esther is not sleeping, Haman is not sleeping, Mordechai is not sleeping, בעם ישראל, they're all up, כולם ערים. Now, if you cannot fall asleep, do you know what you should do? Either take a pill or go to sleep. You don't. Take a wine. עוזר לישון. אתה שמח נראה לי. לא עובד יין. אצלי יין תוך 5 דקות אני נופל. Wine helps. Or listen to a rabbi's class. The סגולה לישון within 5 to 10 minutes. Very fast. זה עובד. מוירה ורבו ישי. מוירה ורבו ישי, רבו ישי, תשמעו מה כתוב. ויומר להביא את ספר הזיכרונות דברי הימים. So Ahashverosh is not sleeping, and he has doctors and nurses. He got all the crew over there to watch over him, whatever he needs. Give me the book of Divrei Hayamim, of the history. History of what? I want to know what happened the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years. What are you asking? מי שלא הולך לישון, you take a pill, you do something. אבל מה הוא מבקש? He's asking, please bring me the book of Divrei Hayamim. I want to read the Sefer, הזיכרונות, the Sefer הזיכרונות. People that I have to remember. תשמעו מה כתוב. אומרת הגמרא במגילת דף ט"ו. אומרת הגמרא, why didn't Ahashverosh, why couldn't he sleep? למה הוא הולך הראשון? להירדם. דנפלה למילתא בדעתה. He couldn't sleep because his mind was working 24/7. הוא מתחיל לחשוב double. ואמר, and he said, מאי דקמן דזמנתי אסתר להמן? He said, something suspicious. Something new. I am married to this queen for 5 years. He's already a king for 12 years. 12 years I'm in this place. It never happened that the queen wants to have a party with this guy Haman. Makara, what happened that my wife all of a sudden she wants to go out with this guy, with me? משהו פה פישי. Now this guy, הוא לא טיפש, הוא חושב. How did it happen that my wife, Queen Esther, we are married for 5 years and all of a sudden she wants a double date? לא מובן. So then he says, you know what? Dilma, I think I know why. עצה קשה לעילווה, דההוא גברא למקטלה. Maybe Esther and Haman, they teamed up to kill me.
Is that all Hashem's doing, or he's?
This is what he's thinking.
What he's thinking, but is Hashem put in his mind?
I don't know about that. I'm reading Pshat.
Shot. Okay.
So he thinks to himself, how come Haman, the second to the king and the queen, they talk, they have a meeting. Maybe Haman and Esther, they teamed up against me. But if it's true, then how come nobody tells me? You always have those people who are like, the snitch. You always have it. The double agent, the snitch. There is no way nobody's going to tell me. Omeret Gemara, Amar, he said to himself, well, if it's true that Haman and Esther, they teamed up against me, then how come lo hava le gavra derahim li dehava modi'a li? How come I don't have any friend over here that is going to tell me? תשמעו מה הוא אומר. הוא אומר, how come I don't have a friend, someone who loves me, who is going to come and warn me? שמעתם מה כתוב? He wants to know how come my friend, they don't tell me that something is cooking behind his back. אומרת הגמרא. Then he said to himself, oh, you know why? Dilma ika inish de'avad bitivuta velo perate. You know something? Oh, now I know why nobody tells me. Even my closest friends, they don't tell me. You know why? Maybe because they know that people who help me, I don't pay back. I don't have gratitude. Maybe because of that, people stay away. Because they say, look, I helped him, he helped him, and this family helped him. The king never paid back. So what's the purpose? And why should I go ahead and try to help him? Because if I do, no recognition, no comments, no payback. Omer Hashverosh, Abotai, let's think what he says. He says, how come nobody tells me why Haman and Esther are having a meeting together? He said something is off. He is worried that maybe Esther and Haman, they team up together to kick him out. They're going to kill him, and Haman is going to take over the position. He'll be the king. But if so, how come nobody tells me? You know why not? Because people say, Rafi, why should we help him if at the end of the day, look, Mr. A and B and C and D, they all helped him and they never paid back. So people know me that I'm a person that have no הכרת הטוב, so I'm losing friends. שמעתם מה אומר אחשוורוש? Do you know why I don't have friends? Do you know why not? Because people know me as a very stingy person. No הכרת הטוב. You help him, אין כלום, מה פחיר מינו, לא עושה כלום anyway. אז מה אומר אחשוורוש? I have to change my image. I have to create a better image in the palace. Let people know that if you do anything for me, whoa, I'll pay you double and triple. מה הוא אומר? בלילה ההוא נדדה שנת המלך? ויאמר לאבי את ספר הזיכרונות. Read, I wanted to see if somebody did something for me, and I never paid him back. ואז באמת מה קורה? They open the book, and nevertheless, Haman's son, Shimshi, who ate Mordechai. He reads the story about Mordechai that saved the king's life. When Bigtan V'Teresh, they teamed up to give him the poison to kill him. And who saved him? The king. Did I ever pay Mordechai? So maybe because people know that Mordechai saved me, and I never paid him anything back. So I want to pay him right now. So let people know that if you do anything to the king, for sure he's going to pay you. Wow. He'll pay you so much. And maybe that's how I'm going to get people to come and tell me what happened with Haman and Esther. Shamatem ma katuv po? Do you know what is this Gemara is teaching us? Two things. People that have הכרת הטוב have friends. People that have הכרת הטוב, not only that they have friends, people will try to help you because they know, no, it never goes free. It never goes free. We live in a world, it's give and take. But if it's one way, אנשים לא יעזרו לך, you're not going to have friends. שמעתם מה כתוב פה? So אומר לך הרב, you want to have friends? have הכרת הטוב. הכרת הטוב is the key, not only to succeed, but to have good people around you. You're going to have good people that they're going to wish to do something good to you because they know that you're going to be generous with them. If you'll be generous, people like to work with people that have a good heart. זה, רבותיי, this is tip for life. לא שייך just to be religious. גוי, אחשוורוש, מבין, if I want to save my life, I have to remember people who did something good to me, I have to pay back. מה אתם אומרים? מה אומרים?
What do you do if you have paid back and later the person also ziggler?
He had some kind of zchut that he had separate.
רק שנייה, לאט. מה אמרת?
You kill Tova, you want to help the person, you help the person, and afterwards it turns out that this person was ziggler.
מזיק?
Yeah.
Stay away. Stay away.
Question is you have to die כאילו להכיר טובה.
להכיר טובה תקן, אבל אני לא צריך to be in touch, ויזיק לי יותר.
No, you did him a favor now, and that a favor, now he's a ziggler. Can you take away that favor?
Stay away. No, you can remember paying back to his kids, אבל stay away. מי שמזיק, תתרחק. עוד פעם, אני אכיר לו טובה, I don't have to stay with him. אני אכיר לו טובה. מה היה? מצרים. המצרים עשו לנו רע, they did bad to us, and yet the Torah says in Parashat Kt.2 that after 3 generations, that a Mitzri became a Jew, as you יכול לבוא להתחתן with a Jewish girl. Why? Because they opened the borders for us to come and enter to Mitzrayim. We were immigrants and we became citizens. They opened the doors. We cannot forget this. We cannot forget this. Ken.
We as people that came from Arab countries, now, from Lebanon, we still have to appreciate them after all what they did, what they do, and the whole.
Yeah,
הגענו, תראה, בוא,
Yes, the Rabbi.
בוא, let's focus about it here in America now, okay? כי אתה לא גר בלבנון ואתה לא עושה כלום בלבנון. Okay, so the way to appreciate is to pay taxes. Okay, אני אמרתי שלא, but I want you to know when you're going to sign a check to pay the taxes, have in mind, this is a gratitude. זה לא, oh my gosh, the IRS. The opposite, do it with passion. אני משלם מיסים אני רוצה להגיד לך שאני כן, ואני משלם. הכל חביבי, אצלי הכל לבן. אתה רוצה אני אביא לך את החשבונות, אבל תביא את החשבונות שלך גם כן. We're going to do it together. זה לא one way, I show you and you don't show me. I show you, you show me. הבנתי. עצור, אז בוא נגיד לך כזה דבר. I once spoke to the Rabbi Eliezer Papo. והוא אמר לי דבר גדול מאוד. We spoke about paying taxes. And he gave me, this is the outlook של תלמידי חכמים. הוא אמר לי, America is a country of חסד. זה מדינה של חסד. הוא אומר לי, in America nobody can die out of hunger. אנשים לא מתים מרעב, אנשים מתים מעודף מאכל. People in America, they cannot die, because they're hungry. It's because the country gives anyone who's a citizen over here, you have food stamps.
Migrants to get $1,000 a month.
Okay. Okay. עכשיו, that's the minimum. Now, let's go ahead and continue. As a country, before we're going to talk about being a Jew, how much benefit we get. As a country, they pay for schools, okay? They help you with education. So you have a child, they provide you with food, and they also provide you with education, okay? They make sure that their citizen should have free education. That's the public school. Not that we go there, Has Shalom, but they provide to the people who live here education. In addition, buses to your children. In addition to that, they provide you with breakfast and lunch in school. In addition, they pay for your P3. P3 is kids that they're very behind and they have special attention. It's a lot of money. They pay each hour between 175 to 250 per a kid an hour. An hour. They pay for each kid, and it takes 3 years and 4 years and 5 years. And the list doesn't stop. Forget about the Arabs. Let's focus here because because it's the tax season is coming up. So let's focus here till ראש ממשלת לבנון is going to help you to come, is going to ask you to come to help him in Lebanon. אבל הבנתי. עכשיו, אני כרגע מדבר here. So let's focus here how we can focus and think the right thing. How the Torah wants us to think. So we get so much benefit. In addition, יש לך פה security, a very heavy security. יש לך פה the NYPD that they pro the Jewish over here. יש לך הכנסת ספר תורה, they close the street for you. Anything in the shul שצריכים עזרה, they're always there for us. Funeral, they close. It is services beside of the country who gives to the citizen, we, as Jewish people, we have to appreciate the hasadim, how much. יש לך פה את הסניטיישן, יש לך פה גם כן יש לך snow, you know, the plow the snow and salt.
Garbage.
הרבה חסד יש פה.
Real estate taxes.
אין לי בעיה. יפה מאוד.
They can take taxes and not give you any.
יפה מאוד. But how do you pay the taxes? with an attitude או בתקנת הטוב?
No, they take it.
יפה, יפה.
Goes with the thing.
יפה, so it goes, but at least, understand, יש כאלו אנשים שגם את זה רוצים לקחת. לא, אני אומר לך שככה עובדים.
Maybe in income tax, yeah, you can take a couple more deductions.
אין לי בעיה, כל עוד is by the law, אין לי בעיה, כל עוד is by the law, whatever deduction you can do, ברוך הבא, אין לי בעיה, that's the law. But whatever you have to pay when you sign the check, so this is מה הרב עליו השלום אמר לי. The opposite, בוא תשמע, אני רוצה להגיד לך משהו. The rabbi said, beside America being a מדינת של חסד, he said that they provide to other countries. And we'll talk about Israel specifically now. Nowadays, they help in the war. They help with billions and millions and millions of dollars. Billions, whatever you want to say. אנחנו חייבים as בני אדם, יהודים, הכרת הטוב to a country who helps our brothers and sisters also in Eretz Israel, beside the fact it's a medina that gives to many, many countries. Aleph. Bet. The money that we give and we pay, it goes back to us. No pressure. So I asked the rabbi, if that's the case, can I make it my maaser? Amali zelo, but pray that the money should go to the right places. Pray that the money that you pay for taxes, at least it should go to the right places. So to merit, you're gonna have to pay taxes anyway. At least do it without pinch in your heart. At least you're paying this anyway. So just have a good attitude. Just have.
Again, my question.
אתה לוקח תיק שאלה רטורית, כי זה אין לך פה במציאות מה יש לך בלבנון. עוד פעם, זה שאלה כרגע רטורית. למה אומר לי מה של לבנון? לא שייך לבנון אליך כרגע, אבל אמריקה שייכת אליך היום. עכשיו דבר איתי עכשיו, לא שאלה רטורית. אני הבנתי.
Now they do bad. So what? I should continue doing.
What are you doing that you stopped? You did nothing. Why are you worried about you stopping? You never did to begin with.
What'd you do?
מה אתה רוצה ללכת? לעזור לחיזבאללה? מה אתה רוצה לעזור? קודם כל לבנון זה ארץ ישראל. לבנון זה חלק מארץ ישראל. דקה. שאלת לבנון, let's focus, why are you jumping? לבנון אתה חלק מארץ ישראל. בוודאי. So קודם כל בוודאי, אנחנו תמיד מדברים טוב על לבנון. אבל יש אנשים רעים שם.
זה הלבנון.
בוודאי, look at מרקו, זה הלבנון. בית המקדש, זה קוד לבנון also. So בוודאי שאנחנו מדברים טוב על הארץ. בוודאי. אבל היום יש לך שם enemies, that you gotta be careful. אז עליהם אני לא צריך לרחם. And if it takes to destroy, we'll destroy it. הבא להורגך, השכם להורגו. But let's not talk about Lebanon. I'm talking here, now in America. And how can I pay back? So if when time is up and you do pay taxes, you should know when I do it, אני עושה את זה מכל הלב. For two reasons. אני גר פה, אני חי פה, they help me, I get help from the governments, for P3, services, כל הדברים האלו, don't kick. Don't spit on them. ודבר נוסף, איך הרב אמר לי עליו השלום, pray that the money should go to the yeshivot back. Imagine all the money you paid, it went to the yeshivot, it went for the kids to learn, it went to the teachers, it went to the rabbis, it goes to the brothers in Eretz Israel. Imagine if that money went to the Mazah, it's a double and triple. But we cannot consider it as ma'aseh because we באמת, אני לא יודע לאן הכסף הולך, אבל אדם, שהכסף שלו נקי, והוא מתפלל לקדוש ברוך הוא, please השם, it's going to go to the right places. אין ספק אפילו. אז צריך פה הכרת הטוב. So הכרת הטוב, תדעו לכם, one of the things that we need to teach kids, especially when they're young, he's not my friend, and he's not my friend. The attitude shouldn't be, don't talk to him. Don't try to cut his friends away from him. Try to turn them your friend. Don't turn them to become their enemies. אל תהפכו את הילדים בכיתה to his enemies, because he's going to be there alone at the end of the day. Let's turn them to become friends. אם יש לך ילד או ילדה, if you have a kid or daughter, son or daughter, יש להם בעיה עם חבר, צריך לדעת כל דבר, you have to know each case, אבל ההשקפה should be, turn him to become your friend and not your enemy. How? Invite him to my house. Teach him to share. When the kid becomes this nice kid, I'm not saying let people, kids step on him. I'm not saying this. But give the kids tools. Oh, he's fighting with me. Oh yeah, fight him back. צריך להיות חכם. והחוכמה פה זה לדעת לתת לילד אפשרות to know to build bridges, not to burn bridges. And if you as a father, as a parent, you live your life with your neighbors, with people around you, that they know that you're a good person, this is how your kids gonna pick on you, and they're gonna pick on it. To be the same thing, to do the same thing. יש לך שכן. I'm just giving small tips. Purim is a great day. Purim is a wonderful day to build a bridge between your neighbor. Yes, sometimes we have this little, clashes about parking and driveway, because but be smart. Purim is a day that we can build a bridge. No. Wa'asali גמרנו. זה לא חכם. Holidays, אתה יושב בסוכה בחוץ. Your neighbor also sits in the back. Invite him, come, let's drink something. יש חוכמה לדעת איך לבנות את הקשרים האלו. And if that's how you teach your kids, he sees what you do, he'll do the same thing. He'll do the same thing. I went to Shabbaton with the yeshiva. So we brought candies. Bags of gushers and the bags של עוד דברים אחרים. So Shlomo, he saw kids, he opened the box, והוא התחיל לחלק להם. כן, ברוך השם, אמר לו, התחיל לחלק. He emptied out the whole box within 30 minutes. ואת כל Okay, Baruch Hashem, it was beautiful. זה היה שבתון של הישיבה. This past summer, we went to the hotel with my parents. We went to Connecticut, and יש שם a hotel, it's called Armon. It's a Jewish hotel. ברון כשר, מניינים, שבת, הכל משהו. So, my parents and I, we went to the hotel. So I told Shlomo, Shabbat, we're going to be with Sabta and Savta, and go to the hotel. Oh, so Abba, so we have to buy candies. ככה הוא אומר לי. הוא לא אמר לי, אמר לרבנית. Abba, so we have to buy candies. שמעתם מה זה? I was so impressed. הילד אצלו בראש, hotel is a place to give out candies. אתה יודע, you know how happy I was in heaven. If a kid picked up that a place, that hotel, there's a lot of families, a lot of kids. So what should be my job? To give us candies. And yes, we did. We bought one special on Thursday night. No, Wednesday night. Before we went on the trip, we went to the store. We bought specifically a bag of candies. So he should have the time to give out candies. אתם מבינים? We as parents, we show the kids how to build bridges. It could be in class, it could be in school, it could be marriage, it could be anywhere. החכם, remember, אם יש לך הכרת הטוב, you're going to earn friends. If יש לך הכרת הטוב, you're going to own a lot of rabbis from your school to be on your side. It's going to come time for shidduchim. Who's going to vouch for you? Now you don't have to pay all the rabbis. אבל הכרת הטוב. That's called הכרת הטוב. So when time is up, you're going to need the help. You're going to have a lot of people, they're going to vouch for you. Why? כי אתה בן אדם טוב. אבל אם אתה לא ככה, אתה נשאר לבד. אומר הרב, תזכור להכיר טובה. You never lose. תזכור למצוות. רבי חנן שאומר.